Hi, and welcome to another edition of Testudo Times After the Buzzer, live from Xfinity Center, where the Maryland Terrapins beat Mount St. Mary's tonight for a season-opening 80-55 win. 5 Terps scored in double figures, including 4 starters and Jared Nickens off the bench. In an 80-55 final in front of a sellout crowd, made for a pretty fun night. It sets up Maryland again at 1-0 ahead of the game on Tuesday against Georgetown, so that should be pretty exciting. Matt, your thoughts on the whole thing?
Tonight was a lot of fun. We got to see Mark Turgeon experiment with a lot of different lineups, which was definitely interesting and what he should be doing this early in the season. He mixed around playing a more modern 2-point guard lineup. We got to see Melo Trimble and Jalen Brantley share the court together, which was pretty cool. And at the same time as they were doing a 2-point guard rotation, they had 2 centers playing power forward and center. We saw DeMonte Dodd and Michael Tchaikovsky also on the floor at the same time. It's going to be pretty difficult to guard 2 7-footers.
It's going to be tough, and it's going to be tough to not only guard them, but to get the ball against them. I think Mount St. Mary's missed something in the neighborhood of 42 shots tonight, and Maryland took something in the neighborhood of 37 defensive rebounds tonight. There were no second chances for Mount St. Mary's, and I don't think they're going to be a ton for teams, even as they get into Big Ten play and face bigger lineups. But it was impressive, and it was, as you alluded to, pretty impressive from an offensive standpoint. Even Michael Tchaikovsky throws in 8 points, looked pretty comfortable offensively. Diamond Stone, Robert Carter combined for something like 20 and 15. That dog will hunt. So it was a pretty effective night for the bigs, and I think to whatever extent that can continue in Big Ten play, if Maryland has Jake Layman and Melo Trimble and Rasheed Suleiman humming, it's going to be a very dangerous thing.
And it was a hot start for Jake Layman. I definitely want to talk about that. He shot 7 for 10 from the field, looked pretty loose, caught an alley-oop from Jalen Brantley, threw down another dunk in the first half, and he looked comfortable. I
think he did, and I think with Jake Layman, you can sometimes tell. I think he was 5 of 7 in the first half, so he took 7 shots from the field just in the first 20 minutes of the game. Jake Layman's greatest enemy at times during his career is just that he hasn't completely asserted himself for every minute of every game. Sometimes he's kind of slipped out of the offense for stretches. I don't expect that to happen much this year in his senior season. If this was any indication, it definitely won't happen. But again, given the way that Maryland can come in waves, I think there can be kind of a controlled aggression from Jake Layman that can be very dangerous, and we saw that tonight.
Absolutely. A well-balanced attack, and we're going to look forward to seeing the Terrapins play Georgetown on Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I think there will be, I'm certain there will be, another 17,950-person sellout. And this place right now, which is pretty much empty, will probably be rocking for a local rivalry that hasn't been a thing for quite some time. Certainly not while either of us have been here.
Not in our lifetime.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for reading along. This is Testudo Times After the Buzzer signing off. Alex Kirshner, Matt Allentuck. Have a great night.
See ya.